Hey, welcome back, guys. It's September 2nd, Labor Day weekend. Here is the only growth left on the plant. I actually terminated the main vine after talking with Chris Kent about it, and I'm letting this secondary grow off the main vine so that the plant is signaling some growth, but that is it. And then we're up to 204-inch circumference here on Bubbles. Another thing I'm doing here is, this is Bubba's dirty socks. I am watering my dirty socks. I have the roots that they told us to try to leave the roots on your pumpkin this year because there's a plumbing leak and the plant likes to shoot water short distances. And so by cutting off these roots, we are actually eliminating some of our growth. So this is Mark's Special Tea in here in rainwater, and I'm watering Bubba's dirty socks. I even have one here on the stem of the pumpkin. I held this back. This was Bubba's biggest secret this year. We got 1 3/4 inches of rain the other day, so I haven't watered these. I thought they were full of rainwater, but they appear to be dry, so I'm watering Bubba's dirty socks. Keep it a secret, but go tell a friend. I actually got the idea from Carl Donkin. He used to hang dirty socks over a rain barrel and say it was Mark's Mixes. He was actually insulting me, but he gave me the idea. His insult gave me the great idea. Thank you, Carl. You're a great guy. Anyways, here's the stump. I was talking to Pete Vanderweilen this morning. Told him my stump's not very big. And it's not. As you can see, I got some weeding to do. It's not very big. Small stump. Big stumps don't mean big pumpkins. Let me tell you that right now. It has no relationship whatsoever. I got a little bit of weeds back here. This is where I've cut off a bunch of old leaves. I've eliminated about 300 square feet of leaves. It's pretty rough and ratty looking. But I still have over 1,000 square feet of decent leaves. These in here, they're getting old. They're showing their age. But the pitchfork is very young. So what I'm going to do, the biggest thing is keep the pumpkin dry. From now on, I have been letting the rain fall on it, but from now on I won't. From future rains, I will tarp the pumpkin. And I want to show you this really green area. This area here reminds me of some of the colors I saw in the 24-26 Matthias Willihames. She's sounding pretty damn solid. Grow, Bubbles, grow! Anyways, talk to your pumpkin. Don't be afraid. I know people will talk, but who cares? They know we're all crazy. Here's the pitchfork. And what I do is I've been foliar feeding the pitchfork a couple times a week. Depends on the weather, what the weather's doing. And you want to keep micro feeding them. Keep piling on the pounds by micro feeding them. Foliar feeding. I mean, you don't want to push them so hard you're burning them. You can tell this is the main vine. You can see the difference. On the main vine, here's a little burn. This is a little nitrogen burn, nutrient burn. That's it, the yellow edge. You go over here to the, it's not quite as drastic on the pitchfork. This is the pitchfork. It's not quite as bad. It's a little different looking. And the reason for that is the pitchfork is in front of the pumpkin. The main vine is after the pumpkin. So this is just surviving on what it can get after the fruit doesn't take from it. The fruit eats first. That's the way nature operates. The fruit eats first, the plant second, especially on vines that are after the pumpkin. So what you want to do is you really want to foliar feed this main vine. If you foliar feed this main vine and just that alone, you're going to help send more back to the pumpkin because these leaves are yearning the most. So do your foliar feeds. Take a tablespoon of Mark's Special Tea, 1/4 teaspoon of CalMag if you need nitrogen and calcium. If you don't, maybe it's the pumpkin power you need, potassium and phosphorus. I'm sure everybody could use potassium and phosphorus, pumpkin power. So there you go. There you have it. Keep them dry. You want your pumpkin, keep an inspection daily for slugs and bugs. You don't want stuff crawling around. If you see slugs and bugs, I came in here the other day with a 7 duster and I dusted 7 around here because I saw a couple fruit flies. I was talking to Pete Vanderweilen this morning, and you don't want fruit flies. You see fruit flies, you better get dusted. You better get them out of there before they decide to make your pumpkin their next meal. All right? All right, man. Keep them growing. If you got any questions, let me know. Keep them dry. If you got to pick them early, Put them off in the shade. Keep them in a cool place. Remember, air conditioning pulls the water out of the air. That's what it does. So if you put them in an air-conditioned environment, it's probably going to pull moisture out of the fruit. You're probably better to put them in a cool, dry basement, cool, dry shed that doesn't heat up in the sun. Keep them stable, cool, stable temperatures between 60 and 80. All right, man. Talk to you soon. Any questions, post them below. I'm rambling on. Keep them growing, guys. You're all doing a great job this year.